Hi, my name is Melissa. I'm a bit nervous without slides, so I hope we'll be fine. I've got about 5-10 minutes. So I think it's a very timely opportunity to talk about energy, talk about sustainability. I am aware that today there are many things happening around Singapore at 50. So maybe I won't go through, the boring stuff about how Singapore got to the point today where we're fully 100% electrified. I think Jet covered that a bit earlier. Maybe a bit of an introduction about myself, if I see some familiar faces. I majored in geography in school, and I recently completed a master's in environmental management. Right now, I'm pursuing a master's in climate change law. That's a bit of my background. My day job, of course, is working at the Energy Studies Institute. So I know a bit about energy, but I also wear a few other hats. I do some work with NGOs, climate change. I run a initiative called Books and Beer, where we swap books, free books over beer. And I'm also a student. So today, I'm wearing all these hats. Like I said, I won't go through the stuff about how Singapore needed energy, we needed to become self-sufficient, and then, we had to grow our industry, we modernized. I wanted to touch upon the topic that I was sort of assigned, the sustainable energy dream. Now, the word sustainability or sustainable is quite interesting. I came up with two separate definitions of the sustainable energy dream, the first of which is the sustained energy dream. The second of which is the clean or renewable energy dream. Now you can see why these two definitions are, would be of some interest. Singapore today has a stable source of energy, so the sustained energy dream. We need energy for lighting, air conditioning, microphones, and many people across the border, in the region don't have this luxury. So we're very lucky in many senses. The one question that I asked myself when looking at this definition of sustained energy dream is, can Singapore have a sustained source of energy without being energy intensive? Some of you may know Singapore has the label of being the third largest petrochemical hub in the world. That's not by chance. Can we continue to have 100% electrification and sustained sources of energy without this industry? We process a lot of oil, it comes through, we have a new LNG terminal. We need this to survive as well. That's something to think about. Now, moving on to the second dream is the clean energy dream. Why do I say this? When I participate in talks, either as a speaker or when I attend talks like at Green Drinks, for instance, I often hear the dreams of other people. And they always say, why can't we have 100% renewables? Why can't we have electric cars on the road? We're the perfect model for that. These dreams, I think, help to shape mine, helps to shape everybody else's impression of Singapore as a city. Some people tend to criticize our energy model, our fuel mix. But I think it's important to realize that it is practical to have all these things. I think we won't be sitting here today if we forget, what our pioneers have done and all that. So these two dreams, I just wanted to share with you. And I suppose I'm eager to see where Singapore, our sustainable energy or sustained energy dream will take us in the next 50 years. We are what we are, but Singapore has done what it can. You may have heard of a very small conference in New York City this week called the Climate Summit. Singapore has ratified the Doha Amendment to the Kyoto Protocol. This basically is, the Kyoto Protocol is an agreement, a pact, in which developed countries must reduce their emissions. Some people might ask, hey, but Singapore is not obliged in the Kyoto Protocol to reduce its emissions. But I think it's a step. And we must recognize that we are doing, in our own way, a lot. I don't want to sound too, aligned with the government, but it is, in some sense of the word, it's pragmatic. A pragmatic dream is what many of us have to come to terms with, myself included. I was admittedly very confused about this task, this exercise. Dreaming is not something that many of us have the luxury to do, unfortunately. As you can tell from the many hats that I wear, when I hit the bed, I hit the bed. Don't have time to dream. So I hope this gives some food for thought, and I think I'll end there. Sorry if I didn't contribute very much, but thank you very much.